Buttons was a very curious cat, with big green eyes that sparkled with wonder every time he discovered something new. He had a special love for the moon, which he thought of as his glowing friend in the sky. Every night, without fail, Buttons would climb onto his favorite windowsill and greet the big, bright moon with a gentle meow, as if they shared a secret only they knew. But tonight, when he looked up, the sky was empty, no moon at all. The stars twinkled, but the moon was missing from its usual place. "Oh no!" whispered Buttons, his whiskers trembling. "The moon is gone! This is a disaster! How could the night be complete without it?" He paced back and forth, his mind racing with questions. Where could it be? Had it simply vanished, or was there a reason for its disappearance? Did it roll under a sofa in the sky, hiding like his favorite toy sometimes did? Or maybe, just maybe, a mischievous space bird had swooped down and carried it away for a midnight snack. The stars seemed lonely without their friend, and Buttons felt a pang of worry. He needed the moon, and he was sure the stars did too. "I must find the moon," he declared bravely to his loyal toy mouse, Squeaky, who always listened to his plans. "I am a brave, curious cat," he told himself. "I will go on a moon adventure, no matter how mysterious or tricky it might be." With his mind made up and his heart thumping with excitement, Buttons puffed out his chest and tiptoed quietly to the back door, careful not to wake anyone. He was ready for the biggest adventure of his life, one that would take him into the unknown, and maybe even beyond the garden fence. He knew he had to be smart, strong, and a true hero if he wanted to bring the moon back. He would search every shadow, climb every tree, and follow every clue until he found the moon and put it back in the sky where it belonged. His heart thumped as he slipped outside into the cool night air, his fur bristling with anticipation. The moon adventure was about to begin. Buttons felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as he took his first steps, or at least he hoped he was ready. After all, he'd never searched for a missing moon before. The night was dark, and the world outside seemed much bigger than it did from his window, but Buttons was determined not to give up. He took a deep breath, looked up at the starry sky, and set off into the unknown, his tail held high. The search for the missing moon had begun. Buttons' adventure was underway, and he was ready to face whatever mysteries the night might bring. Buttons' first idea, maybe the moon was stuck in the tallest tree. He spotted the big oak in the garden, its branches reaching for the sky. "Perfect," Buttons chirped. "I'll climb and find the moon." He scrambled up, past sleeping robins and squirrel nests, searching every branch. "Hello, moon? Are you up here?" he called, but only leaves answered. He checked every nook, even sniffed twigs. No moon, just a sleepy ladybug. "Excuse me, have you seen the moon?" The ladybug just wiggled and went back to sleep. Disappointed, Buttons climbed down, his paws dusty and whiskers droopy. The tree idea was a good one, but not the right one. The moon wasn't stuck in the tallest tree. Buttons grumbled, cleaning his paw. That did not work, but a good moon finder never gives up. "I need a new idea, a bouncier idea. Maybe I need to get even higher than the tree." Buttons' adventure continued. Next, Buttons spotted a big trampoline in the neighbor's yard. It looked enormous, with its bright blue edge and bouncy black mat, just waiting for someone to leap onto it. Buttons' whiskers twitched with excitement as he imagined all the fun he could have. "If I can't climb to the moon, maybe I can bounce to it," he thought, his eyes shining with determination as he gazed up at the glowing moon above. He wiggled under the fence, his tail flicking behind him, and hopped onto the trampoline, feeling the soft give beneath his paws. He bounced a little, then higher and higher. Each jump sent him soaring, his fur ruffling in the cool night air. "Here I come, moon!" he shouted, bouncing above the fence and the shed, paws outstretched as if he could grab a star. He stretched his paws up, trying to touch the sky, feeling almost weightless for a moment. He saw stars twinkling, rooftops far below, and even a confused bat flapping by, wondering what this bouncy cat was doing, just trying to put the moon back. Buttons called to the bat, who just shook its head and fluttered away, still puzzled. Bouncing was fun, but soon his jumps got smaller and slower. His legs felt wobbly and his breath came in little puffs. Buttons flopped down, dizzy and out of bounds, his head spinning from all the leaping. He looked up, still no moon. The sky was just as empty as before, and Buttons felt a little disappointed. The trampoline couldn't get him high enough. Oh, fiddlesticks, Buttons sighed, his ears drooping. Climbing didn't work, bouncing didn't work. He wondered what else he could try. Finding a lost moon was hard work. Buttons realized he was getting tired, but he didn't want to give up. Buttons realized he needed help. Maybe he couldn't do it all alone after all. Maybe someone wise could help him. Someone who knew about the sky and the moon. He looked up at the old oak tree, hoping for answers, and wondered if the tree had ever seen the moon go missing before. From the oak tree, a deep voice called, "Who are you, and what are you doing?" Buttons looked up and saw Hoot, the wisest owl in the neighborhood. "I'm Buttons, and I'm trying to find the missing moon. I tried climbing and bouncing, but nothing worked." Hoot blinked his big yellow eyes. "The moon isn't really gone, little one. Sometimes, as the earth turns, the moon moves to a part of the sky we can't see. It's called a new moon." Buttons' eyes widened. "So the moon is just hiding?" "Exactly," Hoot said. "The moon is always there, just sometimes out of sight." Buttons felt a little better, but still wanted to help. Hoot smiled kindly. "Sometimes you just have to wait for the moon to come back." Buttons listened, thinking hard about what he'd learned. Maybe patience was the answer. Buttons thought about Hoot's advice, but patience was hard. He wanted to help the moon come back just in case. Suddenly, he had a new idea. A balloon. If I can't climb or bounce, maybe I can float up and tell the moon to stop hiding. He found a big red balloon in the house and filled it with helium. The balloon grew and floated, tugging at its string. Perfect. Buttons purred, holding the string tightly. He was ready to float up and find the moon, but then he remembered Hoot's words. Sometimes you just have to wait. Buttons hesitated at the door, balloon in paw. Maybe waiting was the bravest thing he could do. He sat down, balloon beside him, and looked up at the sky. The waiting began. Buttons sat in the garden, holding his balloon, and tried to be patient. The night air was cool and gentle, and the grass felt soft beneath his paws. All around him the garden was quiet, except for the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant chirping of crickets. Waiting was hard for a curious cat, but he decided to make it fun. Instead of just sitting still, Buttons let his imagination wander, thinking of all the magical things that might happen in the garden at night. He counted stars. 1, 2, 3, as many as he could see. Some were bright, some were faint, and each one seemed to twinkle just for him. He sang a little waiting song to the moon, the balloon, and the night. His song was soft and sweet, floating up into the sky like a gentle breeze. He even did a waiting dance, wiggling his tail and tapping his paws. The grass tickled his feet, and he spun in a slow, happy circle. As he waited, he noticed the stars twinkling like tiny diamonds. The sky seemed endless, and Buttons felt very small, but also very lucky to see such beauty. He saw a shooting star and made a wish for the moon to come back. He closed his eyes tight and whispered his wish, hoping the night would listen. Waiting wasn't so bad after all. Buttons realized he could enjoy the moment, even if things weren't exactly as he wanted. He was learning to be quiet and just look. The world felt bigger and more mysterious when he slowed down. The night sky was beautiful, even without the moon. The stars painted patterns above him, and the darkness made everything feel magical. Buttons realized there was more to see than just his favorite part. He noticed tiny flowers that only opened at night and listened to the soft sounds of the garden. He felt calm, watching and waiting. The garden felt safe and full of secrets, and Buttons was happy to be there. The garden was peaceful, and Buttons was learning patience. He knew that sometimes the best things took time. He held his balloon and watched the sky. The balloon bobbed gently in the breeze, reminding him to keep hoping. Maybe, just maybe, the moon would come back soon. Buttons felt a flutter of excitement in his chest. Buttons waited, hopeful and curious. He wondered what surprises the night might bring next. The adventure wasn't over yet. There was still so much to see, and Buttons was ready for whatever came next. Suddenly, Buttons saw a tiny sliver of light in the sky. He stopped singing and stared. Was it the moon? The sliver grew brighter and bigger. It was the moon, not full, but definitely back. "It's back!" Buttons shouted, jumping with joy. Hoot the owl hooted softly. See? Patience. The moon was always there, just waiting to show its face again. Buttons felt proud. He'd learned so much. He tied his balloon to the garden gate and returned to his windowsill. The crescent moon shone down, winking at him. Buttons knew he'd never forget his moon adventure. He learned it's good to be curious, to ask for help, and to be patient. Even when you can't see something you love, it doesn't mean it's gone. Sometimes you just have to wait for it to come back. With a happy purr, Buttons curled up and fell asleep, dreaming of the moon.